Hello there. This is Phoebe, and today is the 5th of July 2026, 2021, and I would like to take this 30-day English reading challenge for myself to improve my vocabulary and my English regarding reading because to me, I really like one philosophy from one IELTS teacher named Dang Chen Tung. He said that he doesn't really need to learn by heart the vocabulary, the new words, but he uses every day instead. So that is not about learning, but it's about using. So that's the reason why I took up this 30-day challenge to read all the articles and all the interesting reading through some very common social media like Facebook or LinkedIn so that I can read out loud all the whole article, the whole paragraph, and note down all the good words, the keywords that I want to learn. And not learn to learn, I want to get familiar so that next time when I see it, I don't get like shocked or surprised. What's that? So there will be today is the 5th of July and will be the first day I take up this challenge. And so please give me a big hands. And if you are interested in this challenge with me, so why not? So we can share with each other about progress and let's see after 30 days, what can be happen. Because I do believe in the rule of 10,000 hours and the rule of 20 21 days of habit because like the more and the more we create a good habit for ourselves, the easier and the easier we get used to the work and we get used to everything. And if it's a good habit like reading English, learning English, so I would really highly recommend to all you guys. Okay, so today is the first day, and I forget one detail about this challenge. It will be an 1 hour challenge. So I will read everything, anything in 1 hour, non-stoppable, non-stoppable, and yeah, consistently. So fighting. And why not talking about a bit about myself? So my name is Phoebe. I'm 29. I'm 29 years old, and I'm from Hanoi, Vietnam. And yeah, it's for some very not fancy thing, but I get 7.5 IELTS score, but to me it's not enough. Like even I'm speaking, I'm using English every day for work because like I'm a company based in Tokyo, Japan, and my whole team are locating overseas. Like I merely have no Vietnamese colleague. It means that I have to speak English like 24 hours, 8 hours a day. But it still like be narrowed down into some extent only just for working. So that's why I want to read articles about everything in life, about politics, about COVID-19, about environment, about everything that is running around the world. So that's first to improve my reading skill to learn new vocabs. Second is to be updated by the news, by the lives around me, well, not only in Vietnam, but in the Southeast Asia, in Singapore, um, in Tokyo, in any countries, not only in Southeast Asia. I want to expand it to other area, open more areas so that by doing this, by reading everything, so yeah, I hope that I will be. To be honest, I'm kind of lazy. Whenever I open Facebook, I can be distracted by my friends' news feeds and about the shopping, about other kind of entertainment. So that it's quite of hard for me if it's only me scrolling up and down the news feeds. But it's me, but it's more than me. It's me and accommodates by you. I do wish that all the journey may be better. So let's get started. So I'm opening my Facebook. Actually, I kind of. Oh, I'm seeing some distracted news. Forget it, forget it. I will stay focused on some news, for example, like LinkedIn is a very good source. Economist, it's happened to be Vietnam. It's nice, right? But it's in Vietnamese, so that forget it. Phrases is like, can I live in your house? It's nice, but it's short. The next news is for the CNA. For the CNA, it's a Singaporean-based online paper. I like it. Like it stays up to date with all the news focusing on Singapore. But like for this, it's about the title is Indonesia accelerates development of telecoms infrastructure in rural areas. Which sounds good. Why not get started? It's more about watching, so let me see if it's more about reading or it's purely or merely about, oh, it's, sorry, it's a video. So next is Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek is my favorite of all time psychologist, speaker, motivational speaker. Take the risks of, he said that take the risk of optimism. Optimism is nice. I like. What else? No news. Like sometimes, whenever I open my Facebook, all the good articles come. But sometimes for this time, like it's just about entertaining. Maybe it's because the time is 9 p.m. and we do not have any news around. So mm, let me refresh my news feed. And we have a news from World Health Organization. COVID-19 continues to spread around the world. You can help stop COVID-19 by participating in contact tracing. Check out this video and learn how to contact tracing works. So it's more about video. Mm, mm. UNICEF. Yeah, UNICEF. It's Asia and Pacific. Highly processed foods with lots of fat, sugar, and salt become the norm for many children from a very young age. It's having a terrible effect on their health, and this damaging nutrition trend needs to stop. Fortunately, our region has a vibrant food culture with healthy ingredients. It's time to bring back nutritious diets. Good. What a topic. I like it. So, okay, so it's from UNICEF and I guess that's short. That's short. So let's see if we will see any new words. So okay, the very first article is from the UNICEF, and for the very interesting topic for the nutrition, for the diet. Yeah, I love junk foods. I love junk foods sometimes. Okay, so okay, the title is Preventing Obesity in Children. Priority actions to address a growing problem. Overweight and obesity presents a new threat to children living in East Asia and Pacific. In 2000, less than 1 in 10 children in the region were overweight. Today, it is 1 in 4 and rising. The reason lies in the obesity promoting environment that influences children's diet and lifestyle. An environment that promotes the sale of junk foods at low prices, bombards children with adverts and promotions for unhealthy food and drink, and provides few opportunities for physical activity. The impact is evident. A generation of children with unhealthy diets, taking little exercise, increasingly prone to depression, underperforming at school, and at greater risks of debilitating disease like diabetes later in life. UNICEF country offices are taking on this challenge, working with government counterparts and partners to produce landscape analysis assessing the extent and causes of childhood overweight and identifying priority, priorities for action. Common themes are emerging: a lack of specific strategy for prevention of childhood overweight and obesity, an absence of policies of policies and regulation in key areas such as taxation of sugary drinks, controls on marketing of unhealthy food, front of pack nutrition labeling, and improving school food environments. Where policies are in place, they are limited, often voluntary, and without effective implementation. There is much to do. No country has yet managed to introduce comprehensive policy to stem the childhood obesity tide. The four-country landscape analysis produced so far with UNICEF support indicate the actions that can and must be taken to improve the environment for all children so that they are able to eat, exercise, grow, and develop into healthy and happy individuals. How do you think about my reading? Yeah, you know that I'm teaching English right now for yeah voluntarily for some of my friends, and I'm teaching them with pronunciation and how to read. And when it comes to my case that I need to speak out loud, read out loud the whole paragraph like that, I get I'm nervous. I'm nervous, and actually, like, get lots of mistakes. I can feel it. For some pronunciation, I know that I did pause myself and correct myself with all the pronunciation. So I see no new words here, new words in terms of the speaking pronunciation. But in terms of the the intonation and about the pauses and how to make a sentence, how to read the whole sentence, the whole paragraph. Like I think I just get like 6 out of 10 point for this. Then um, I in general I can get the main idea of this article, of this post. It's nicely written and it's very easy to understand. It's about the overweight and obesity situation in the in the East Asia and the Pacific, when all the junk food are marketed and is available at all the mall. You know that all the streets are full are fulfilled with junk foods restaurant, very pack and go and very like quick and fast foods, so that like I myself I did I was a big huge fan of KFC chicken, fried chicken, and I can remember back then in my experience that just after 1 week of having 3 meals repetitively, consecutively with junk foods, I gained 2 or 3 kilograms just in 1 week. So it's fried chicken, it's milk tea, it's sausage. Yeah, it's lots of kind of fast food are unhealthy, and it's causing the increase in the obesity and overweight rates for the in children in the Southeast and East Asia and Pacific. Okay, so let's see any new words. I'm thinking if should I stop myself and to analyze the paragraph to look at the new words right away, or should I complete like finish reading like this and then go back? Okay, let's see in the second, or maybe in the second try I can make it better. Uh, hmm, any new words so far? The counterparts. Like this, the first one I want to say it's the adverts. Adverts, is it? Advert. Bombardment. The whole sentence is an environment that promotes the sale of junk foods at low prices, bombards children with adverts and promotions for unhealthy food and drink. So, how do you think about the adverts? Adverts may be the good thing. Adverts. Adverts is the short of advertisement. Do you pronounce it advertisement or advertisement? I think like to advertise advert. I'm opening uh the dictionary, and my go-to dictionary is the English Vietnamese dictionary. Like this is this one, and it's recommended by one very well-known or ubiquitous ubiquitous, right? Ubiquitous is common. Oh, ubiquitous. Ubiquitous is very common. Ubiquitous, ubiquitous is very common. Is Yep, but it's famous. I cannot remember the prestigious. I don't want to say the prestigious. She's just a very famous writer. not kind of a famous figure, but like she's known as a she's the head of the sales department of Lazada. Her name is, her Facebook account is Lily of the Valley, and I love her very much. Like, he's a really like, she lives a very like luxurious and very high standard life, and like she can balance everything. She looks good. She's very tall, looking good, and um yeah, she's so good at cooking at school and she travels a lot. So like I like all of her posts. Huh, was that close? So the word I'm looking for it's advertisement, right? It's about advertisement. Advertisement. So repeat after me. Advertisement. It's not advertisement, but advertisement. Advertisement. This yes, the stress falls in the second syllable. It's ad, advertisement. Really? Oh, really? Advertisement. 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 How about the verb advertise? Still, advertise. Advertise is a verb, and advertisement. There's two way to pronounce it. Like advertisement. Advertisement is okay, and advertisement is okay. So for me, for my case, I'm more comfortable with advertisement. So I will go with advertisement. Advertisement. So adverts is the short form of advertisements. Nice. Okay, so what else? Promotion, unhealthy, provides fewer opportunity of physical activity. The impact. The impact, it's evident. So what's the evidence? Is it the adjective form of evidence? Correct. You know, evidence, right? Evidence is something that you bring it to prove or something. So in this case, so evident is of course is something that you can prove to others. So means obvious. Okay, obvious, clearly seen or understood. Nice. Repeat after me. Evident, evident, evident. Okay. Evident means obvious, clearly, clear, clearly seen or understood. And the verb, the sentence, the whole sentence they use is that the impact, it's evidence. The impact, it's evident. I like it. And okay, and you know, adverts, they call it like with adverts and promotions. Increasingly prone to depression. The impact is evident. The impact is evident. A generation of children with unhealthy diets, taking little exercise, increasingly prone to depression. So what does prone mean? Prone, like I mean, I think it's like the temptation or the trend. Likely, ooh. Susceptible. Very interesting. Susceptible, susceptible or inclined, 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 disposed, get, tendency, resistant, immune. So the word I want to choose here, prone to infection, is susceptible. Susceptible is vulnerable. Susceptible, susceptible. I like it. So appronto, appronto, appronto. Like we can we can use that word. You can use that new vocab in our cases the the students apprend the students apprend to vulnerable, susceptible. That's just when we talk about susceptible, it's more about like infection. It's about like getting the new disease. Like it's vulnerable for disease, but like like for this case, they said that the children are prone to depression. It means that they are susceptible. They are so easy They are so easy to get to get depressed. They are easy, they are easily to get depressed. So let me think about it. A prone to, a prone to depression, a prone to, how should it be? He was stressed prone. He was stressed prone on the ground. So the second meaning is that lying flat, prone on the ground, prone like this. Ah, yeah, we call it the prone on the ground and on the bed. Not sit like this and do some stretching like this. It's not prone, but you need to lie down, lie flat on the ground, and you you move all your you you stretch all your legs and your arms. You spread out your legs and your arms, and you are prone to the ground. Prone to the you are prone on the ground. But for this case, it's prone to, up prone to, like susceptible, vulnerable, with a tendency to get, inclined, like it. Greater, great, and yeah, you know that is it. The debilitating disease like diabetes means weakening, making someone very weak and infirm. De de the debilitating, debilitating, uh, debilitating, at a greater risk of debilitating disease, debilitating disease, de debilitating, uh, debilitate. Okay, debilitating, debilitating, debilitating means just purely like weakening. Let me see. Yeah, it's just weakening. So like they get the example like innervative, devitalizing, draining, exhausting, tiring, impairing, paralyzing. Interesting. So I will pick up some words. Like I can understand when we are talking about debilitating, deb, debo, de, the, debilitating, 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 de, debilitating. So it means weakening, draining, exhausting, tiring, impairing. Okay, so we have debilitating disease like diabetes later in life. Okay, what else? Overweight and the priorities. Priorities. Common themes are emerging. An absence of policies, like it. An absence of policies and regulation. Key areas such as taxation of sugary drinks, controls on marketing of unhealthy food, front and back nutrition labeling. It's very nice. Okay, okay, very nice. So I think I will finish this reading for this very short article. Like I read it in 3 or 5 minutes, and I do another 10 minutes just to tackle with all the new words and to see to understand to summarize the key points of this. What are they trying to tell us? The story. What is that? So I think I like this method. So it's only 24 minutes, and we still have 35 minutes plus left. I feel okay. Let's take a break. Mm. I will not. I will not be distracted. I attend to if it's just me after reading this. You know what it will be. What we are doing. I will come back to the news feed and read some crap. Should I call it crap? Call it crap. It's not something crappy. It's just like it's it's unhealthy if I keep stick my eyes on that. It's not good at all. So, how are you? How are you? How do you think about this method? Do you want to be accompanied with me through this journey through 30-day English reading challenge? I think this name is quite long. It's quite lengthy. But let me share with you. Like, I'm now in the fandom. My name is Penguin. I'm in the fandom named Pangus. Pangus. I don't. I'm not quite sure if I'm reading it. Sorry. Okay. My name is Penguin. 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 Not penguin, but penguin. And Pangus is. They do have Pangus. Pangus. So that like I'm so active in Twitter and yeah, it's like the to be updated by my idols, by my friends, by my favorite famous figures, but like the byproduct byproduct benefits or results I'm getting is that they are so good at English because luckily all of the penguins they are Filipino so that they are writing the perfect English and then the translator they had some like international fan club so that they are Thai but are influent but are fluent in English speaking as well or they are international fans but are so good at Thai language. I'm not quite sure, but like I love reading all the articles translated into English and then I did watch lots of interviews and lots of shows from them as well. Um, I am not that confident saying that like I can get 100% of what in the interview, but like I love it. I love it. It's like one stone, two birds, one stone, like or three birds. Like I'm excited by my boys who are my um I should I call them idol because they are excellent. They're excellent at acting, but acting is not the major that I am pursuing. So that like I get fond of. I'm so keen on watching their shows and watching their TV, watching their series is very nice. And come back. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I mean that once three birds, one stone here is that uh is that I can be updated, get excited, get motivated by the boys. The second one is that I am improving my English by reading all the tweets watching all the shows by English, of course, and to yes, they are trying to use the very simple words. And the third bird is that I'm expanding my horizon into the new language is Thai. So somehow, who knows, in the future, I can get into that. Get into that. Okay, so coming back to our text today. So I'm refreshing. I'm refreshing my newsfeed. Okay, so what's next? It's another article of sorry, of Ray Dalio. Oh, I like it. I like him. Ray Dalio is an investor, and do you really like him? Like it's lights by the boss of a company that my ex-crush is working at. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. So that like because I like my crush, ex-crush, and my crush is following him, so I happen to know about him, and then he likes an investor named Ray Dalio, and by time when I'm having more time and more opportunities reading through his post here on Facebook uh, or on LinkedIn. So I like it. I like the theme. So the principle of the day is don't hide, don't, don't hide your observations about people. Hmm. If you hold opinions about people that are relevant to how they are measured and you don't openly explore them, it is both unethical and ineffective because everyone should have the right to confront the accuser. And you can't be sure that you are right, so you need to stress test your view. Wow, doing that will help you and them. Explore them openly with the goal of figuring out how you and your people are built so that the right people can be put in the right jobs. I like it. I like it very much. Like for me sometimes I know I am a PMP. I know all the theories of how to become a good project manager, but sometimes like confronting people is not easy. Like most of the times I'm kind of person who try to harmonize the environment, to try to harmonize people to get them work on well with each other. But I know that confronting is a good way. Confronting it's a good method, not only for us but for them. And I know I like this, but it's not because like it's true that we should speak up our own opinion, our own inner thoughts about the people, but it's right because it's there are, but they are right to confront us. Sometimes because we hold bad things about them. So they have no idea. They have no idea why we are reacting that way, why we are treating them so unfairly in their perspective, in their point of view. Yes, that's their right to know what we are holding inside us. Sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong. So yeah, confronting is nice. Hmm. If you hold opinions about people that are relevant to how they are measured and you don't openly explore them, it is both unethical and ineffective because everyone should have the right to confront the accuser. What a writing! It's very nice and straightforward. You can be sure that you are right, so you need to just test your view. Test your view. Like it. Test your view. Hmm. Test your view. Doing that will help you and them explore them openly with the goal of figuring out how you and your people are built so that the right people can be put in the right jobs. Perfect. Lesson learned. Sometimes you know that sometimes there are good things on the internet, but it's hard to come back to yourself to apply it in the real worlds in the real world. I know it's hard. Mm, let me think about it. Let me think about it. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Mm. I'm counting the time. I'm counting down the time. It's just 23 minutes, and okay, I still have lots of time to have a CNA. And seamen who fail their IPPT can soon work towards meeting their fitness goals at home by participating in virtual fit at home training sections. It's about training, it's about GoCast. I love GoCast. We hyped now 12 euro. 12 euro Demarche delivers the most epic motivational speech you ever hear. Shark of the ocean, believe it, achieve it. 3 minutes. Let me tell you something. God tapped on my shoulder and he told me he was giving me a gift. He said, I'm giving you this gift. But let me tell you, this is not an easy. You get in, you sit down, all of that. This is your work. You put in work, you fight. You delegated to do this job. Right? He told me that this job won't be easy because I have to fight for what I want. Because what you want won't fight for you. This is hard work and dedication. Let me tell you. If you want an education, you have to go to school to learn knowledge, right? School don't come to you. You have to go to school. Live from here every day and trust me. Trust me, follow my directions, and trust me, you'll be smart. Remember, this is a big deal to open all these doors. Because it's gonna be sitting on the couch, watching TV, playing video games. No, 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 no. That's not how we're gonna do it. We're gonna put on the work in grind time, baby. It's focus. We focus. We want that muscle. We want to be built. We wanna make basketball team. We wanna get an education. We're in college. We want college to recruit us. We don't wanna go to look for college people. No, we want college people to be recruiting you. They're gonna see how smart you are, how intelligent, the big words you use. Let me tell you something. You don't have to sign an application to get into the streets because the streets is for everybody. It's welcoming you. It's welcoming you and saying, "Come on, man, fall into this trap. Come on, man. Come on, come focus on us." No, 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 no. You need the education. You need the education to go to college. You need to reach far. Think that this day, train up to this day, I'm still fighting. This muscle, that's what I'm working for. I'm almost here, but I'm going to achieve it. But I'm not there yet. I'm telling you, I'm not there yet. 50%, 50%, but still fighting. Strength, power, the will, the weakness. Shark of the ocean. Believe it, achieve it. Become it. God gave everybody a gift. Let me tell you this, God gave everybody a gift. And He said that it's not going to be easy. You gotta keep on fighting for what you want. You see, I'm still working on each and every day, each and every night, each and every morning. This is grind time. Stay in that mindset. Stay focused. You have to fight for what you want. Because what you want won't fight for you. We want this. Yes. Yes. No weakness. No weakness. Wow. So inspiring. So inspiring. How do you think about that? I like it. Mm. Let me go through any other. It's time to take stock of what's important. It's how to start finding the meaning of your life. What does take stock mean? Take stock. Take stock. Take stock. Take stock of your life. To take stock means to check. Take stock of something is to examine a situation carefully. After the storm, homeowners came out to take stock of the damage. Just that easy. Take stock. Mm. It's time to take stock of what's important. It's to check if what's important. Take stock. It means like to check, to do the accountability, yeah, to do the reconciliation. We call it take stock. Take stock. Become an amazing hypnotherapist and train in a revolutionary method called rapid rapid transformational therapy, RTT. Mm. No, I cannot get distracted by. I need to find the good. Uh, come on, come on in, come on in, come on in. No article today? Why not? So let's come to LinkedIn. Why not? LinkedIn. Do you see it? LinkedIn. And yes, the first, wow, it's like it. David Weeds, my very favorite writer. My favorite writer is David Wee. And he's a Singaporean entrepreneur. Mm, should be quite lengthy. Yeah, and it's great news that in LinkedIn they had the look up function as well. Like look up function means that like you can search for the meaning of the word like directly within the app. You do not need to go back to your translate dictionary to read through it. Yeah, but I still want because the dictionary it's the Vietnamese English dictionary, and somehow sometimes I do really need to get a word in Vietnamese to understand it. So like my target in the future is that I do not need to look into it quite often to get familiar with most of the words that we're using in all that paper. Okay, so coming back to his post 7 hours ago, I did it by him. Okay, so let's get started. Doing your job will make get you recognized, rewarded, and even a nice bonus at the end of the year. But will it get you promoted to your dream job? Not likely, unless you do your four things. First, want and work. When you go with the flow, if they get promoted, great. If they don't, well, maybe next year. And then there are ambitious employees who know that job they want and will work to get it. They are able to articulate clearly and concisely why they want the job, the value they will bring to it, and how it will impact them. Ambitious employees will also work to earn it by acquiring relevant skills and accumulating relevant experience. They know there are no free lunches. Second, engage. Ambitious employees will engage leaders who are in a position to help them get their dream jobs. This would include their managers and also managers from other divisions and senior executives in the company. To have effective engagement, they hone this skill in personal branding and networking. In addition, they are not just takers, they give and help everyone who is in their network. Third, demonstrate. Many will never purchase a car without doing a test drive. Similar, similarly, many leaders will not promote an employee to an important role if they did not believe the employee could be successful. So, how do ambitious employees get a chance to demonstrate what they want, what they can do? They volunteer to do an assignment no one else is keen on, lead a complex task, make significant presentations. For practices, the best ambitious employees have a set of practices that help them be successful. They perform, are honest, are knowledgeable, and can talk beyond their pay grade. And they work to help their team and others be successful too. Also, they don't brag, and where they're savvy, they stay away from office politics. So, if you see employees with these qualities, look them up and give them the opportunity they want and deserve. Remember, if you don't, then they will do the number five, find the opportunity elsewhere. This this is likely the perspective of the management both like to see what is who is the potential ambitious employee, who's the potential employee to get promoted to be higher position. And being in higher position, it doesn't only come along with the pay raise, but about the higher opportunity for them to spread their knowledge, to spread their impact, to spread their motivational cases to others. Like they can be on very inspiring case in the company who can work work their best and be promoted and still get engaged in the job and like be happy and be so mm, be happy and be so engaged for with the company. So I think it's quite nice for me. Like I'm seeing both for traits for myself. I want to work. I'm engaging with the company. I'm demonstrating to them that I'm capable of doing so, and I'm practicing every day. So the only word that's still stuck in my mind right now is the articulate. Articulate. The whole sentence is they are able to articulate clearly and concisely. So articulate here means um, describe, articulate, describe, or demonstrate, or duplicit. How do you call it? Duplicit, Deplicit. Nope. Describe. What is the synonym of this one? Deplete. Mm, depict. 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 So articulate here means articulate is to tell the story, is to look up. Eloquent. Eloquent. You know, eloquent. I saw it like more than twice. Eloquent. Eloquence. Eloquent. Eloquent. Articulate is it's a skill. It's a verb that to speak like how you can tell a story. Eloquent. Articulate concisely and interestingly. So allocate. Uh, articulate. Uh, articulate. Articulate. It's not about like, it's more about speaking skills. Speaking skills. Please articulate the long words because I am hard of hearing. 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 Interesting. I am hard. So the heart here, like, their hearing skills not good physically, like maybe like they have some accidents before, or just because like they are getting old, so that their hearing skills is not good. It's not the hearing loss. It's not the hearing loss, but like I'm hard of hearing. It's kind of the process, like kind of the weakening, the weaken, like their hearing ability is not as good as before. So it's please articulate the long words because I'm hard of hearing. So articulate means read carefully and concisely. Articulate, articulate, articulate. You remember that word for me? Eloquent. Oh, Jesus. Eloquent. Oh, eloquent. 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 It's debating skill. It's the debating skills. Eloquent, eloquent, coherent, vivid, expression, effective. Oh, articulate. Articulate can be both an adjective and a verb. So as a verb, it's just to express, it's just to voice to give expression to voice. But to communicate, you utterly, utterly, utter, utter, utterly. Utterly, absolutely, utterly. She utterly despises him. Despises completely. So eloquent, eloquent, eloquent. Sorry, articulate. So if it's eloquent, so is eloquent a verb? Eloquent, eloquent can be adjective like fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing, an eloquent speech. Hmm, eloquent, fluent and persuasive in speaking and writing, eloquent, articulate, persuasive, giving a clear and strong message. She made an eloquent appeal for action is the call for action. She made an eloquent. She made an eloquent appeal for action. The pictures were an eloquent reminder. The pictures were an eloquent reminder of the power of the volcano. Clear and strong message. eloquent, eloquent, giving a strong and clear message. She made an eloquent appeal for action. The pictures were an eloquent reminder, very strong reminder. Eloquent. So articulate. So articulate here, if they are able to articulate. So articulate here is the verb that is the express. They are able to articulate clearly. Articulate means that to speak clearly and concisely express, uh, to express, to voice, to communicate clearly, articulate. It's more about speech, I guess, making a speech. Articulate clearly and concisely what they want, the job, the value. 50 minutes, 10 more minutes. I think that for today, I will stop at 55 because I will take 5 minutes for all the technical stuff. I will upload this video into YouTube and share it in my newsfeed and take up new challenge. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, how are you? Are you tired of following my very long? Thank you for being with me. Thank you for staying up this late, this long with me. Once in work, I want to read another article. It's another article. Read daily, or yeah, the same principle that they don't have your observations about people. I like it. Okay, another note about feedback from the same writer, David Way. Receiving feedback sits at the intersection of two needs: our desire for personal growth and our need to defend the ego. Means receiving feedback, not providing feedback, sits at the intersection of two needs: our desire for personal growth and our need to defend the ego. I remembered giving feedback to a report. She heard it, agreed, and then with much conviction went on to explain why it was not her fault and blamed the economy for what happened. The more she attributed blame, the more imaginative she got. Soon the list of people and things to blame included the weather, government, colleagues, global, globalization, and that old-time favorite, bad luck. When she finally paused and then asked me what I thought, I could not restrain a chuckle or two. I cannot restrain a chuckle or two. We both laughed. I could not restrain a chuckle or two. We both laughed and went on to have a good chat, and with the intent to help, and one filled with the intent to help improve. It may not be obvious, but giving feedback is stressful for managers too. One told me that he'd rather go to the dentist him sorry. One told me that he'd rather go to the dentist than give his staff negative feedback. Doing it literally causes him mental pain and makes going to the toilet an urgent necessity. Apparently, the stress brought on a case of IBS. I have an antidote for this fear of giving feedback. I used to conduct an intense 2 hour one role play session where the manager has to enact how she or he will conduct a challenging feedback section. Apparently, the session is so grueling that some would rather do the actual feedback than come back for more role plays. The value of feedback is immense, but extracting its benefits requires sensitivity in delivery and openness in receiving. So managers don't underestimate the ordeal of receiving feedback. Not only does one not only does one have to listen to someone judge them, they have to demonstrate their mind and manner is open to change. And to employees, The next time you attract harsh words, don't shut down. Even if you get a D for performance, getting an A for improvement is a pretty good consolation and offers to you and notably your boss. Hope for better things to come. Hmm, hmm. True, so true. Um, I was an employee for years, and I think next I will become a manager. I'm now my role is a manager, but I do not have any um live report uh anyone reporting directly to me, like in terms of the HR perspective, but as a lab manager, but not yet. So I'm giving feedback on the project and I'm trying to encourage them. But I need to point out, the it's a coincidence that today like both really Dali, Radio, and David Weir, they all talk about feedback. So per Ray Dalio, like Ray Dalio, he said that like yeah, don't be hesitant to give the feedback because like the listener they have the right to confront with us the accuser. And here it's well like it's to me like giving feedback is an art to not offend your staff, but you need to make it clear to have them improve. So yeah, but like if you try to hide anything, so at the end of the day, you get nothing. Like they just feel butterflies of good words and no room for them to improve. So what the purpose? What's the purpose of having a one-on-one meeting? So right. So I see lots of words, not new words at short times, but still see it strange. I still cannot meaning get their meaning. So, okay, receiving back feedbacks at the intersection of tuning into our desire for personal growth. No need to defend the ego. I remember give feedback to a report. I do not have any reports right now. Shahadi, great, and then much conviction, and with much conviction. So conviction, declaration, conviction, belief, sorry, judgment, certainty, went on. I think conviction here we can get it like to protect himself, herself. Like try to conviction, convict, conviction, conviction, the conviction. Yeah, like it is my conviction that he is innocent. The belief or yeah, the belief and the explanation went on to explain why it's not her fault. Conviction, conviction. Hmm. The more she attribute, ascribe. Is it a verb? A credit, assign, sit down to, chalk, impute, place something on, connect with, associate to, attribute, connect. Attribute means, mm, mm, attribute, belong to, depends on, belong, yeah. Attributable, it's attributed, attributable, yeah, attributable, like you can refer like the writing to someone else. Colleagues, globalization, balance, she paused and stared at me. I could not restrain, like stop, control, prevent, restraint. You cannot control it. You cannot restrain, restraint, a chuckle. Mm, Antidote, antidote, remedy. Ah, antidote. How can we remember them at antitoxin, antitoxin? So antidote, antidote, antitoxin, antidote, antitoxin. I have an antidote for this fear of giving feedback. I used to conduct an intense 2-hour one-on-one role play session where the manager has to enact, enact, make law, enact. Uh, how she would conduct enact, act. Go grueling, grueling, exhausting. It's so grueling. It's so grueling. So next time when I see grueling, you'll be having the same meaning with exhausting. I am grueling. I am grueling. I am grueling. Arduous, arduous, arduous. It's very arduous. It's so grueling. It's so grueling. I'm exhausting. Harsh, harsh. Yeah, arduous, arduous. It's so grueling. I think that's it. I think that's it for today. So shut down, shut, shut down. Ah, I'm grueling. Should I use that word right now? I'm grueling. I'm exhausting. Like I did take a 1 hour walk before this session, like just 5 to 9 that I hit home. I come back home and do this live stream and not the live stream of this very first day of 30 the English reading challenge. So let's come back to me tomorrow and we'll be continuing with this 1 hour. So this will be a very meaningful hour for me to practice English. I will absolutely stick with the purpose, purely purpose. It's just a big help for myself to practice speaking and reading skills. So there's a lot of new words today, and I feel so amazed by what I've got, and I like it. I will do it, take it for tomorrow as well. So thank you. Stay tuned. We'll see each other tomorrow for the day two. This is Phoebe from Hanoi, Vietnam. Mwah. Bye there.